me. I normally deal with fires, but you know, this is great, thanks. Yeah, I mean, really the barbecue thing just started, like Paula said, just kind of a backyard fella. Turns out I like to build fires. I also like to drink beer. And those two things kind of go pretty well together. And I was also severely underemployed for a very long time, playing with the rock and the roll here in town and on the road all the time. But yeah, bought a barbecue cooker for $100 at Academy, bought a brisket, called up my dad, and my parents had run a barbecue restaurant when I was a kid, by the way. Called them up, like, hey, got this brisket at HEB. What, how do I cook this thing? It's like, I don't know, just throw it on until it's done. Like, okay, so like, you know, what should I do for seasoning? How hot? What kind of wood should I use? It's like, it doesn't matter, just throw it on there. Like, okay, so I was already, you know, set to really, really be super duper successful at that point. So I cooked it, and as one would probably guess, it was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It was, you know, and there wasn't really internet then. I think we had a dial-up modem, and I tried to get online. I think I did an Ask Jeeves thing. It's like, how to cook brisket, Texas. And nothing came up, and that was fine. But I had no idea what I did, but it was real bad. And but you know, somehow that night I kind of sat up, drinking some beers in the backyard, watching the fire. You could hear it, and you could start to smell the meat cooking and stuff. And it was pretty. First off, it was super duper nostalgic, but it was also just kind of like, wow, I've never felt this way about anything other than music. Wow, this is the coolest thing. I love fire.
Fire,
ooh, donuts. And, yeah, so I kind of kept on going, had some friends over, blah, 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 blah. Did another one. And before I knew it, you know, I was playing shows a lot, out of clubs and pretty much everywhere I played drums. And I'd be out on a Saturday night, you know, at a rock show and see a ton of people that you know, of course. I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm cooking a brisket tonight. You guys should come over to the house. And like before I knew it, like more and more people were showing up, and then it actually kind of became a thing after like a couple years. And then eventually, we did that for probably about 10 years before the trailer opened, just to put a kind of timeline on it. And so it took a while. It's not like a quick thing, like most barbecue. It's pretty slow if you're doing it right. And you know, so kind of before we knew it, it was like, oh, Aaron and Stacy's annual backyard barbecue, woo! And people were, you know, were getting pretty excited about it, and the food was getting pretty good. And I was kind of starting thinking, like, okay, well, I don't really have a career path because I kind of do my own thing. And I'm pretty happy doing that, and you know, I'm not looking to like, you know, go to the moon or anything here. But you know, I was kind of starting thinking, like, wow, that would be pretty neat to open up a little place one day. I'll never happen. Well, that would be cool though. Anyway, so it kind of kept on going along those lines. So then our backyard barbecues kind of became like test runs. Like, you know, really just like, I was working so hard to make each one bigger and better than the one before. And just like each time, like, you know, we were stupid poor at the time, although we didn't realize it, but we didn't, in hindsight, we didn't have much money. My wife waited tables and I just built houses and, you know, odd jobs, handyman kind of fella. So, you know, these things were going to get bigger and bigger, and each one I would buy, like, you know, a warmer or like a new knife or a cutting board, and I would like save up. And then before we do it, you know, 100, 150 people were showing up at our house. And the last one that we had before I really like pulled the trigger on like going and shopping for a trailer, which my wife found on Craigslist, and I didn't know even she was looking for anything. She's like, hey, by the way, I found this. You should go buy it. I'm like, it's only $300. Great. I can do that.
So Stacy was in for the business idea.
She was, but she also was sick of me cooking barbecue all the time. She hated every second. She's like, you've got to stop this. Our house stinks. This sauce is disgusting. I'm sick of sampling sausages. Like, you're gross. Stop. I'm like, get off my back, woman. I want to make barbecue. But anyway, you know, like, so we started renting tables and stuff, and then I got a job at this barbecue place just to see if it was something I really wanted to do. You know, because I'm not going to get into something unless I'm wholeheartedly into it. You know, like, there's got to be passion involved in this stuff. Like, I'm not going to half-ass anything intentionally. You know, so that was kind of like the point of getting a job at a barbecue place. Didn't really matter. That was on top of like 2 other full-time jobs. Did that, really enjoyed it. Didn't learn too much, but I enjoyed being there and just kind of like the culture behind barbecue. So I think that's kind of what struck a nerve. We opened up the trailer. It took a year to build that. A buddy of mine opened up a coffee roaster place that's now no longer there. I was helping him replace some windows one Saturday night, drinking beer on the tailgate of the truck. He's like, you should build that trailer. You should open that thing. It's like, oh my God, this is the thing I've been waiting for. This is my big break. Yeah, baby. And went home, didn't sleep a wink, stayed up all night, like sketched out pictures. I was like, I gotta get started on this trailer. How much is this gonna cost? I gotta do this. How much meat do I need? When can we do this? I need to learn how to do this. And it really took about a year to get it together. We opened up, emailed about 20 friends. All of them showed up on a rainy, cold December morning. And December 2nd, 2009, I believe. And yeah, the rest is pretty well documented through pictures on Yelp.